Hello everyone, it's me again, Steedoj here, but that's not important. Who I am is not important. What is important is if you leave a like on a video, and most important of all is to subscribe, because that actually supports me, the creator, and it makes me feel really happy though, that I'll just be honest, that's the main reason. Focus of this video is, of course, if you somehow couldn't read the title, it's Prominence Flash versus Final Flash. Here I am just showing that Blue Vegeta indeed does have a way higher Ki Super than God Vegeta. Don't worry, this will be relevant for later. I'm just pointing out that God Vegeta has less blast damage, and they both use a free ball ultimate. So, I mean, maybe that's a spoiler, but, you know, that's not really important. I do actually want to show the stats between the two characters, so I do like how God Vegeta is very melee-centric. Even all of his super attacks kind of encourage a up-close and personal attitude. It's very fitting of his theme in the movie, at least. And Blue Vegeta is obviously just more of the, yeah, I'm just going to spam Ki Blasts at you until you die kind of fighter. That's not really important though. I'm going to pick God Vegeta, and I'm going to naturally pick my enemy, which is Blue Vegeta, for the theme of this video. And we will just jump straight into it, and I will show you how strong Prominence Flash is to Final Flash, and where some moves have their advantages and others just don't. I think the first place to start, obviously, is that for those of you guys who've used Prominence Flash, it's very weird and inconsistent at times, and don't worry, there's an explanation for that, because God Vegeta is a very weirdly done character. I will save certain aspects of God Vegeta for another video, obviously, because that's not the point of this video, right? The point of this video is to see how strong Final Flash is to Prominence Flash. And I think actually I'll just start with Final Flash, that makes more sense, because we're all used to Final Flash, but I wanna keep us up to date on what it does. Now, Final Flash did get a smaller buff, or smaller is the wrong term to use, because it's actually very strong. Now it does over a health bar, a little bit over a health bar, but just to be safe, let's just still say it does a health bar of damage. Now, obviously, this is without any combos. Final Flash is just naturally this good. It was already really strong, but to be fair, we're using on Blue Vegeta, and he has a ton in Ki Supers. Galactic Gun, as reference, fully charged, does have Final Flash. They both got buffed, so it makes sense that Galactic Gun is way stronger now. But I still think Galactic Gun did get a ridiculous amp compared to you know, a lot of other moves. Now on to God Vegeta. For real this time, we're actually gonna do God Vegeta. He's super fun. In fact, let me just show you Prominence. Right? Prominence Flash, drumroll, does less damage than Final Flash. One would think that maybe if I try again, I could get the same result. Oh no, it's stronger now, and it lasts for more hits. Maybe a third time we'll find out what Prominence Flash does. Okay, still going. All right, there we go. So it does a little bit more than Final Flash, and it hits way more. So what is the magic going on there? Now, Prominence Flash, unlike every other ultimate in the game, maybe there's another ultimate, but I can't think of it at the moment, alright, because it's not coming to mind. Prominence Flash will actually build damage the more you use it. Now, to be fair, just like Pathetic with Blazing Attack, this will only stack 3 times. But Prominence Flash will actually build in strength the more you use it, and its length will also get longer, like the duration of the beam will also get longer. Now, the reason why I'm okay with it starting with kind of like, this is 8,000 damage is kind of low for ultimate attacks now, considering they all do like over half a health bar, or no, considering, like, yeah, even the weakest ultimates do over half a health bar. Then all the moderate ones do like a health bar. Then you have absurd ones like Revenge, Death Ball, and Power Rush, which are, you know, just one shot out the gate. But the reason I'm okay with Prominence Flash doing this little damage at this stage is that the beam lasts for so damn long, even at stage 1, that if someone limit bursts at any point in it, they're still going to take a considerable amount of damage. And without even that, like just ignoring the damage alone, they will take a considerable amount of damage, and then they won't be able to run away from you after, because obviously the beam will hit them, and that, you know, yeah, you can use that at the beginning of a limit burst, at the end of a limit burst, so long as you get some, you know, appropriate distance, and that the enemy is stunned well enough for you to actually use it. Now, to make more sense with this test, because this test is a bit broken at the moment, because I'm using 2 Vegetas who have 2 different stats against each other, so I think I will swap something a bit more appropriate, like custom characters. They're obviously you know, the best thing to use if you want to get a proper test, because their stats don't change, and they can have any move. Well, not any move, okay, they can have most moves. As you can see, Myra, she has extremely high Ki Blast damage, which is good for the test, because, you know, you want a high, accurate, good result, right? and her stats don't change between the characters with the same moves. So yeah, I'm going to use Myra for the Final Flash to Prominence Flash test, and this is where we'll be more in depth, because yes, we now know that Prominence Flash stacks, but is it actually better than Final Flash even if its damage gets higher or the beam lasts longer? Because it does do 12 more hits than Final Flash at its lowest, but damage is, you know, obviously a lot lower. Can't help it, it just happens to be the way. But let's say by some chance, you know, you actually manage to use 3 Prominence Flashes in one fight. I doubt it, but in the parallel quest, more likely. Now, Final Flash with Myra does more damage than it actually does on Vegeta, and I haven't even transformed yet, so we're already off to an amazing start when it comes to how much damage I'm actually going to do. It does 1 health bar and a little bit more. With Vegeta, it just barely go over the health bar. With Blue Vegeta, at least, that's what I should say. It just barely go over the health bar. Now, Final Flash can almost work in these knockbacks. Online, these knockbacks do work with Final Flash way more, because online is weird. But offline, you can see that when I'm doing this knockback and I shoot Final Flash, absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. But hey, what if I put in a small little combo? A combo that was made for this kind of thing. And then I used Final Flash. Look at the damage. Oh boy, and not only that, but it actually worked. Now, Final Flash is, of course, very quick. It's always kind of been fast compared to lots of ultimates. It's obviously slower than Super Kamehameha. We don't really need anything else to prove that. But it's always been doing more damage than Super Kamehameha. At least consistently. Throughout range, it's been doing more damage. Super Kamehameha does way more damage up close, I believe. But Final Flash, yeah, it can do a lot of damage from... It's the same damage from all ranges, I believe. So you can hit someone at the very edge of the map or at the very end of your lock-on, and it'll still do the same damage, which is absolutely crisp. Also works in hard knockdowns, because why not? It's not slow, so of course it's going to work in a hard knockdown. The beauty of Final Flash, it's still a good move. Now, Prominence Flash, way less damage to begin with, but still more than God Vegeta, alright? We're hitting 9,500. So still more than God Vegeta by quite a bit, but not higher than Final Flash. And we're obviously trying to aim for more than Final Flash, because that's what we want. Because as you can see, still quite a bit over. Still quite a bit over. So what happens if we use Prominence Flash? I don't know, maybe a second time. How much stronger do we get? Well, it's actually already stronger than Final Flash at the second time. With God Vegeta, I'm sure you noticed that it was actually still less than Final Flash. Now, I want to say in that defense, God Vegeta does have less blast attack damage. Not to mention, with the way Prominence Flash is done, its damage actually changes throughout range. So I assume it has more scaling. Final Flash, for example, like it's... Yeah, I mean, of course it scales with level. But certain moves scale with stats way better as well. Like some Ki Blasts are absolutely worthless when you don't have any points to put into them. And some are just amazing even if you don't have any points to put into them. Final Flash does way less damage than Prominence Flash now. And I think the best example of Ki Blast scaling... Look at that damage. And look how long it lasts. Oh boy! Damn! Damn! If you get hit by that... Ooh, I mean, yeah, you might not die, but you won't be able to limit burst. Certain evasives won't save you from that because of how damn long it lasts is everything. But yeah, certain Ki Blasts are amazing scaling. I mean, there's minus Power Ball. You can use that no matter how low your Ki is. And it's not just because it's a 5 Ki bomb move. The move was already good before it even got buffed, so... Now, the next test I'm doing for Prominence Flash is the knockback test. As you guys could tell from just looking at the background, it will not work in knockbacks, and it will not work in combo to knockbacks either. That's just the way it is. I mean, obviously, yes, it works in hard stamina breaks, heavy stamina breaks, and hard knockdowns, but hard knockdowns is dependent. It's very dependent on where you are. If you're on the ground and you do a hard knockdown, obviously it will work. If you're any higher and you do something that's a hard knockdown, the person will not be on the ground long enough, and it will not be fast enough to hit them before they can roll out of it, is what I mean. But if you do catch someone in a hard knockdown with this, you're quite in luck. Because now that they're on the ground, there's nowhere to like Z-Vanish. I mean, you can still Z-Vanish, but stuff like Z-Vanishing and dashing is a little slower if you're on the ground. It's faster in the air. So if you manage to get someone on the ground and use this move, which I can't imagine how you would land this on them while they're in the air as well. But if you can manage to land this on someone while they're on the ground, then you can, you basically win. The last test I'm going to do is the Saturday Crash one. Obviously, Saturday Crash stuns for quite a long time, as you can see. Now, this Saturday Crash test isn't relevant, okay? The only relevancy I'm proving to it is that it can actually combo with other moves that have a long stun time. A good example is certain attacks like Gigantic Breaker will knock the enemy back quite a bit, and you can actually combo other stuff into it. Saturday Crash is kind of just cheating though, because it does paralyze your enemy. So, a little bit of an unfair test, but oh well. So of course, Saturday Crash is a stun move, which yeah works just like any stun move would work. But offline, I'm not going to get a really good showing of this. I couldn't find anyone online to test this on, so I'm really sorry. But offline, the person can only just start recovering health in training mode. I use the health recovery as a way to show that the combo is basically over. In training mode, they actually recover like a little bit of health, but when you use Prominence Flash, they recover a lot of health before you actually fire it. In training mode, if you're using this with Final Flash, they barely get any health back before you hit them with it. And I mean, I used this before all of these moves got buffed. Online, Final Flash worked after Saturday Crash in a combo. You didn't even have to stamina break someone, you just knock them back for a Saturday Crash, it stuns them, and then boom, and that's when Saturday Crash stuns for less time, and Final Flash wasn't as quick. So, yeah, but, yeah, so now that all of this is faster, what I'm trying to say is Final Flash is still going to work well, and Prominence Flash, it's just a little bit too slow, unfortunately. It's mostly just the charging sequence of the move that does take quite a while to finish. Now, my final verdict of which one's better of the two moves, between Prominence Flash and Final Flash, I'm just gonna, maybe it could just be my rampant fanboyism. Final Flash, in my opinion, is still a far superior move. There's way more chances you can actually use it, and whether someone limit bursts or not, Prominence Flash would still do less damage in terms of actually, if the person limit bursts on your attack or not. Final Flash is quicker. You don't have to use it several times for it to build damage, because I know in most fights people, unless if your ultimate happens to be just this combination, I don't know a lot of times where you can use your ultimate even more than once in online battles. In PQs, hear me out, Final Flash is still better in PQs, because Prominence Flash, it's really easy to knock people out of it. It has a slower hit time, if that makes any sense. It takes longer for each individual hit of Prominence Flash to rack up to the eventual 50 hits. The Final Flash gets all of the 24 hits out in almost like 2 to 3 seconds. So in a PQ, it's better because you'll get your damage sooner, and teammates will be able to interrupt it less. Because if your teammate interrupts Prominence Flash, well, you just used up an ultimate and did nothing, and did no damage on top of that. You have to hope that your teammate has a good ultimate or super now, because your Prominence Flash is basically just to hold them down. So I still think Final Flash is the better of the two moves, mostly because, again, it's just more convenient. It's it has more usability in certain places. Prominence Flash is good if you can guarantee your attack will land, but that's only if you've also used it 1 or 2 times before that. So I hope that was a satisfying conclusion to the video, because that is the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, please do leave a like on it, and if you want to show your support, please do subscribe to the channel. The best way to show your support, it helps me out as a creator, and it lets me know that you guys care. Okay? Alright, I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Peace.